Thanks to websites like Pinterest and Tumblr, the internet has become obsessed with beautiful children. These kids get plucked from relative obscurity to become internet sensations almost overnight. Many of these beautiful children had no desire to be in the spotlight, but thanks to their hordes of fans, these kids are now making careers out of just being gorgeous. Just wait until you hear how old Thylane Blondeau was when she began modeling and what she is up to today. Stay tuned to find out. If you're new to our channel, click the red subscribe button and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Today, we are revealing the real stories behind the world's most beautiful kids. William Franklin Miller. You may know his name in the Western world, but this young model became an instant internet star in Asia in 2016. The London-born tween has lived in Australia since 2013, and the whole thing started when a photo of him was uploaded online by a young Japanese fan. It didn't take long for the cute snapshot to go viral. In fact, the picture was shared over 95,000 times. William Franklin Miller pretty much woke up the next day to thousands of new followers on his Instagram, over 100,000 to be exact. He was even featured on Japanese news sites where they were calling him the Australian version of Justin Bieber. It's easy to see why the teen is a total cutie. The truth is, Miller has been acting since he was 4 years old. Being in front of the camera is nothing new to him. It just took a while for anyone to notice. Now, with his hordes of Asian fans, he is finally getting the recognition that he has been working on. He even received phone calls from agents in the US who had auditions already lined up for the new teen heartthrob. He has now amassed nearly 500,000 followers on Instagram and shows no signs of slowing down. Be on the lookout for this beautiful child turned star on the rise. Anastasia Bezrukova. The young beauty was born in 2004 and was a supermodel before she was even in her teens. When Anastasia Bezrukova was still a toddler, her parents organized a photo shoot with a local photographer. Little did they know it was going to be all downhill from there. The pictures turned out so well that fashion labels and magazines started reaching out to work with the beautiful little girl. Her mother is an entrepreneur and her father is a lawyer, so neither of them had any idea what they were getting their daughter into. She was so in demand that her home country of Russia couldn't hold her back, and she soon became an international child model. Bezrukova has appeared in magazines like Vogue, Bambini, and Harper's Bazaar. The young girl has also worked with fashion brands like Armani, Benetton, and Pink. The only drawback of having such a demanding modeling career is that she doesn't have time for schoolwork, but considering she is traveling the world and working with some of the world's greatest fashion designers, we would guess she doesn't mind. Besides modeling, Bezrukova is an avid dancer and gymnast. She is now 13 years old and still keeping busy by rocking the runway and appearing in fashion ads. Isabella Rice. Could you imagine knowing what you want to be at the age of 7? Well, that's exactly what happened to Isabella Rice, who told her parents from a very young age that she wanted to be an actress. The young beauty got her start in the acting world in 2013 when she appeared in a short film with Hollywood legend Cloris Leachman. Considering it was a short film, she didn't get much attention for the role. That same year, Rice scored a small role on the TV show Glee, and yet again, it didn't lead to much recognition. The little girl went back to working on her acting chops and landed a 3-episode stint as Sarah Compton on the TV series True Blood. This is where her acting career took a turn, and she started finding success as a child actor. Because of this, her family has kept much of her current life under wraps. The young girl says that she is growing up in a loving and entertainment environment. Considering she is so young and has a bright future ahead of her, we can understand why her parents want to preserve her privacy. The future star in the making has a movie that was released in 2017 where she plays Katherine Heigl's daughter. We don't think it will take very long for this little superstar to become a household name. Aidan J Garcia. This next beautiful tot is making quite a name for himself on social media. Aidan J Garcia is a 6-year-old child model from New York City. He started making splashes on the internet when he was only 2 years old. His mother uploaded a video of the toddler singing, and from there on, the internet was hooked. Fans can't get over his beautiful red curls and infectious smile. It didn't take long for the fashion world to take notice of Garcia and his unique look. In his 4 years in the spotlight, the 6-year-old has been featured in ads for The Gap and Saks Fifth Avenue. Garcia has also posed for Kids Fashion magazine, which is a pretty big deal in the world of beautiful children. His unique look has also gained the attention of over 100,000 Instagram followers. This little boy is so successful that he has his own Kris Jenner-like momager. His mother mother runs his Instagram account to make sure fans are always up to date with his latest happenings. Looking how precious little Garcia is, we know why he is becoming so popular. Hopefully, there is a lot more in store for this cutie because those curls are out of this world adorable. Mia Tallarico. If Mia Tallarico looks familiar to you, it's for a good reason. Not only has her face turned into a popular GIF and meme, but this little girl was also on Disney's Good Luck Charlie. The now 8-year-old was cast as Jason Dolly's adorable little sister when producers of the show couldn't find twins for the role. This was actually the first role for the young superstar. In fact, Tallarico was 11 months old when she was cast on the show. Did you know she is also considered one of the richest child actors with a worth of around $2 million? Not bad for a little girl who isn't in her teens yet. This little actress is already working on her Girl Squad with her best friend and fellow child star, Linnea Grace. The pair is often featured on each other's Instagram, hamming it up for the cameras. Though Tallarico is a major star with nearly 1 million followers on Instagram, she leads a relatively normal life. She starts 3rd grade in the fall of 2017 and is set to star on a new TV show series due out in the fall of 2018. Considering she is already an established TV star, don't expect Mia Tallarico to go anywhere anytime soon. Linnea Grace. When it comes to beautiful kids, Linnea Grace was born to be in front of the camera. The gorgeous girl was born in 2004 in San Francisco, California. Her parents knew there was something special about their daughter. They submitted photos of the then toddler to Ford Modeling Agency. It turns out that they were right. The agency wanted to see the little beauty in person and presented her with a modeling contract almost immediately. From there, the young beauty started her modeling career at the age of 3 years old. Photographers are mesmerized by her green eyes and sweet cherubic face. While it usually takes adults several years to make it big in the world of modeling, Linnea Grace has somehow managed to have a career that spans nearly a decade. She has worked with major companies like Guess and Maleficent Toys. The young model even scored a role in Avicii's Wake Me Up video alongside Aloe Black and Kristina Pimenova. In 2016, Grace signed a modeling contract with the world-renowned modeling agency Wilhelmina Models. There are estimations that Grace has made over $3 million from her work as a child supermodel, once again proving that these beautiful kids are giving grown-up models a run for their money. Anna Pavega. It seems like every year there is another Russian-born toddler making headlines for being beautiful. Anna Pavega is a 7-year-old model who might be giving fellow Russian national and title holder of World's Most Beautiful Child, Kristina Pimenova, a run for her money. Like the other kids on this list, Pavega has been in the spotlight from an early age. The little beauty started modeling when she was only 3 years old. Since then, she walked the fashion runways for Aurora Fashion Week in 2015 and has worked with some high-profile brands like Polka and Vogue. When you see her beautiful features and cheerful smile, it's easy to understand why people love this little girl. Just look at those gorgeous blue eyes. The fashion industry isn't the only one to take notice of Pavega's undeniable beauty. The stunning little girl has also made a splash on social media with her nearly 500,000 Instagram followers. On her Instagram, the Pavega shows off her impeccable style and her day-to-day life with her family. Though her career in modeling only spans a few years, she is already an in-demand name and has sealed her title as one of the world's most beautiful children in the world. Elizabeth Haile. You might be living under a rock if you haven't heard of the world's most beautiful child, Kristina Pimenova. The little girl made headlines in 2014 for receiving the title, but she wasn't the only beautiful kid to come out of the woodwork from the media storm. In 2015, Elizabeth Haile's mother claimed that her daughter was just as beautiful as Pimenova. This is because the two looked like they were separated at birth. See for yourself. Pretty crazy, right? The younger Haile actually saw a photo of Pimenova and was confused because she thought it was a picture of herself. The two beauties do share some striking similarities, like the same blonde hair, blue eyes, and button nose. Her mother had to tell her that the photo belonged to a famous model, Kristina Pimenova. From then on, Haile has had her heart set on being a model herself. With the full support of her mother, she has been able to make her dreams come true. The Canadian-born beauty quickly signed with a modeling agent in Montreal and one in London. Hopefully, one day she will even be able to meet her doppelganger and the girl who inspired her modeling career. We could imagine they would break the internet if they ever end up working together. Kristina Pimenova. Considering we have already mentioned her several times, there is no way we could leave Kristina Pimenova off this list. She is the world's most beautiful child, after all. In 2014, this young model started making headlines for her controversial career, and of course, her stunning beauty. She was 9 years old at the time, but was no stranger to the fashion industry. Pimenova got her love for modeling from her mother, Linnea Grace, who was a model herself. When Pimenova was a toddler, her mother would bring her along to her photo shoots. After a while, the photographers began to see how beautiful Pimenova was and started taking pictures of her too. It didn't take long for agencies and fashion labels to notice the little beauty. Pimenova signed a modeling contract when she was only 3 years old. By the time she was 10, she had modeled in major campaigns for Armani and Dolce & Gabbana, just to name a few. Her family relocated to Los Angeles, where she signed with the LA Models Youth Division. Her mother runs all her social media, which boasts millions of followers. It might be needless to say that Kristina Pimenova is one of the most successful childhood models the world has ever seen, with much more in store. Thylane Blondeau. Before Kristina Pimenova, there was another little girl making headlines for taking over the fashion world. Thylane Blondeau was considered the most beautiful kid in the world when she was only 4. She walked her first fashion runway for Jean-Paul Gaultier before she was even in kindergarten. By the age of 6, she had already graced the cover of Vogue Enfant. All the success hasn't come without some controversy. When the young beauty was only 10 years old, one of her modeling assignments caused a major media storm. While appearing in Vogue Paris, Blondeau posed in a low-cut dress and stiletto heels. Many believe this was inappropriate for a girl her age. Luckily, the controversy did nothing to slow the little girl down. The French-born model is now 15 years old and is still a huge name in the fashion world. She's considered the next Kate Moss and has signed contracts with IMG models as well as L'Oreal. You may have even seen her in a few ads for H&M when she became the face of the brand in 2016. The young model also has a lucrative career as a social media star on Instagram. She has over 1 million followers and counting. Considering Blondeau has modeled for over a decade, we are pretty sure this young beauty has a long career ahead of her, and we can't wait to see what's next.
Check out our friends at The Things who make interesting, feel-good videos about lifestyle, pop culture, and everything viral that is sure to keep you entertained.
Are you surprised by any of the real stories behind the world's most beautiful kids? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more entertaining videos, check out our friends at The Trendy. Thanks for tuning in.